Hello.
Little Gabe's, I can do that. Alright, this should be an interesting race. I have not seen any races from this group. Oh, and they're off.
Already we have a deviation in paths.
Just bombs and I think it was arrow. Yeah, just arrows, so nothing significant in either of the first chests. Alright, looks I think this would be Farce is actually farming bombs? No. Oh, going south route it looks like. And it looks like Chop is going to check the lumberjack tree.
It appears so. SirBeaterOfArse noticing that there's 20 rupees in the little maze and thinking that's not worth it for him.
Definitely not. And just bombs in a lumberjack chest. Or a lumberjack tree. He's out in the library.
At the library.
And it looks like our runners will end up in the same spot about the same time, going completely different routes.
In the tavern, we have the blue boomerang.
And just bombs in the forest. And it looks like SirBeater is going to check the, or farm some rupees. And I didn't catch what was in the Thieves tunnel.
I believe just bombs.
Yep, just farming rupees, Sir BeaterOfArse. Trying to, got 10 bombs now, so I don't think farming for rupees is going to happen. And we're checking the chicken house.
And also a thieves hut, or a blind hut check.
Hopefully something gets netted. A bottle in the chicken house.
With blue potion. And bombos.
That's a nice find.
Sword. Mitts. And silver arrows.
So, I think Blind's house is the place to be.
Oh, definitely.
And a heart container at Sick Kid.
And blue mail in the bomb room.
It's funny that Sick Kid is handing out all the health now.
Yeah, I don't know if Sick Kid should be handing out health.
That might be a little dangerous for our runners. I think we'll have a well check now, yep. Over on ChopsDizel's side.
Now, with Mitts being so early, do you think Hammer and Pearl will be shortly behind?
That could be. Or it could be Titan's Mitts. And Hammer is going to be the troll item. And just rupees. So there's always the possibility that Hammer, like I said, is the troll item, and our runners find the Moon Pearl and Titan's Mitts soon, which would obviously be good for our runners, but at the same time, that hammer, that becomes key later on, and when you can't find it. Look like ChopsDizel just a few rupees short to check the bottle vendor. And getting the blue meringue now. ChopsDizel getting his heart from Sick Kid. It looks like we'll have a bottle vendor check now with SirBeaterOfArse going to get more rupees in the Blind's house. And Bottle Vendor has just 20 rupees. Not a good deal for our runners. We already know what's in south of Kakariko Village. So ChopsDizel's doing that quick check before he probably save and quits and goes elsewhere. And now we'll see what was in the Thieves Tunnel. It was it's a piece of heart. Tracker seems to be having a few issues. We will get that sorted out so it catches up. And it looks like we'll have an uncle in probably the first half of Escape check at least. Okay, Uncle has just bombs. A lot of bombs early. And this next chest will contain more bombs. That's always good. Just 20 rupees. I'm curious to see where SirBeaterOfArse heads from. Oh, going to the below the graveyard. Not a bad play at all.
Not at all. It's 3 chests.
3 easy chests, which is even more appealing than doing Escape, right? Just right this second. Just bombs?
The lamp. And red mail.
Okay, wow. That actually might benefit SirBeaterOfArse with the red mail. They're able to hang out closer to Ball and Chain Dude down in Escape.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't catch what was in the first chest of Escape. Did you?
I believe it was more bombs.
Of course it was bombs.
The giving tree being very generous.
80 rupees is always a nice find from one of the trees. SirBeater gonna check out Uncle in the other chest. Just find his bombs in 20 rupees. Meanwhile, in this next Escape, just 20 more rupees. Alright, we're going to check out what's in Zelda's prison cell real quick. Real soon, I should say. Down goes Ball and Chain Dude. And in there is
the map.
Interesting. Oh, okay. I think that guarantees now that the dark room part of the sewer has a key, I believe, because no one has a key right now.
I don't believe so.
It was just bombs. All right, we'll get a sewer, get a dam check now. We're apparently pronouncing SirBeaterOfArse's name wrong, according to chat, but we'll keep it that way.
Sounds like a good idea.
All right, we're draining the river. And what will be under the water? It is
the fire rod.
That is kind of a key item, I think.
Oh, yeah. And the moon pearl.
Ooh. Dam is the place to be. Okay, both fire sources early. I don't think we've had a map check yet, but that tells me Desert Palace is a pendant. Nice spin attack from SirBeaterOfArse.
Let's see what the mini Moldorm cave holds.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because they've gotten a lot of decent items early, so
I'm hoping for hammer or hookshot.
hookshot would be nice. Especially for Beater, because Beater has the Lant and can do Death Mountain with the old man relatively easy.
Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, it's a bust.
Just a bunch of upgrades and money, unfortunately. Oh, looks like Beater is going to do Escape, the rest of Escape. Not realizing it's probably just a key. Oh, they caught onto it. Looks like we have an Ice Rod cave check now. Yeah, they're both looking for the gloves or the hammer, and they have access to the Dark World. Or glove upgrade, I should say. And the Ice Rod Cave holds
50 rupees.
It's not a bad find, especially with Zora.
Interesting that ChopsDizel chose to save and quit rather than set up the fake flippers glitch.
That is interesting. Oh wow, one crystal. That is unfortunate.
Unfortunately, though, without the bow, they won't be able to get that crystal.
They will not. But there's no harm in checking Eastern Palace. So now the question is, what will be the single pendant dungeon in the Dark World?
Ooh. You know, getting Fire Rod early, I want to initially say Turtle Rock, but it could be wrong.
It could be Turtle Rock, it could be... I think the ultimate troll would be Thieves Town, because it's, in my opinion, the easiest Dark World dungeon to get access to and beat in the randomizer, at least.
I can agree with you on that one. Either Thieves Town or Skull Woods are two that I feel like I can almost always clear right at the beginning of a match or a game.
Yeah, there was nothing too important in Sarashala's hut.
2 quarter hearts and a shield.
But now we'll wonder if SirBeaterOfArse will set up Fake Flipper, because they can also do the Jesus Walk to at least check the Wishing Fairy Cave.
Mm-hmm.
Peter did not seem too thrilled with the 50 rupees. Bombs in the first chest of Eastern Palace. And it looks like we will see a fake flipper. Now, will Beater head to Hobo or Jesus Walk?
I think a island check will happen up to Hobo and then to Waterfall Ferry and then to Zora.
Hard container on the island. We might not see a Zora check right now because of the lack of rupees. And Hobo has 50 rupees again.
Ooh, looks like we are not going to see a waterfall fairy.
Well, that is a very hard fake flipper to pull off, and Beater might not be able to pull that fake flipper off. $300 rupees in the big chest.
Ooh.
Oh, and it looks like
he's setting up Houlihan's room.
Which is honestly the best play if he wants to do the check Zora and check Wishing Fairy Cave.
I believe Houlihan's room contains 245 rupees, so collecting those will definitely put him at the 500 threshold.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. It is 245. Quick math, yes, that is correct.
ChopsDizel getting the lamp and either expressing excitement or frustration.
Maybe frustration because they could have completed everything possible in the Eastern Palace without having to double dip. Or triple dip in this case, because unless the other chest has a bow.
That is a possibility. But with having both gloves and lamp, when do you think we will see Old Man check?
Right now.
It appears so.
That works. And we're going to have the Zora check, too. Gotta be careful here. Good, good, good. Wonder what Old Man has. And Jesus Walk flawlessly pulled off with 10 arrows and 20 rupees.
Not super great. However, Zora's Ledge could be very helpful.
And that would be disheartening right now without the flippers. Old Man just have a piece of heart.
Half magic.
Half magic. That is something I wouldn't necessarily route back into my play, but if I'm back over here for Catfish, I would definitely come back to collect that.
20 rupees from Zora.
Not good money exchanges for our runners today. 10 arrows inside Spectacle Rock. Now it looks like SirBeaterOfArse will head over to Sarashaha and Eastern Palace. And I wonder where is Oh, I think ChopsDizel checking Bottle Vendor, getting the 20 rupees. It looked extremely thrilled with that transaction.
Oh yeah. I wonder if Bottle Vendor has a money-back guarantee policy.
That'd be something if I were the runners I'd check into. Now, there's one thing with having early gloves and early fire sources. There might be something in Desert Palace.
Ooh. Unfortunately, they can't check Desert Palace until either the book...
Oh, that's right.
...or Mirror and Flute is obtained.
That is correct. I forgot about the book. that is a very bad thing to forget about.
And also Titans would be required too.
Yes. We're checking the cave, the desert cave. Okay, that's why we're heading this direction. I think it's funny. Our runners have found all these bombs and no bomb capacity upgrades.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think ChopsDizel is running out of places to check. Do you think Agahnim will be required?
Actually, probably yes.
I'm thinking the hammer will be on Pyramid.
Now, there's one place ChopsDizel did not check because they didn't have the lantern. They didn't check the anti-fairy room in Eastern Palace.
Ooh. And we have a Houlihan room from ChopsDizel.
ChopsDizel probably hoping Zora has something. It'll be this chest, not the big chest, but the chest in the anti-fairy room that'll let us know if Agahnim is required or not. Because we know Zora doesn't have anything. We know Athena's cave doesn't have anything. What do you think the anti-fairy room will have in store for our runners?
Ooh. You know, personally, as a player, I would hope it has the hammer. As a viewer,
It does have the hammer.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say I hope it has like rupees or something.
That actually really hurts ChopsDizel and really benefits SirBeaterOfArse.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they'll go.
Looks like SirBeaterOfArse is heading to Kakariko Village to head to Village of Outcasts. Which is not a bad play at all. Realizing they have to take the back route. Considering they can do 2 quick dungeons here to completion with the fire rod and the hammer already in stock. They can beat, like I said, Thieves Town and Skull Woods if they're both crystal dungeons.
Mm-hmm. Now, hopefully we'll get... Oh, and here we have a Dark World map check. Ice Palace being 5, and Thieves Town being 6.
So, and that Skull Woods was Green Pendant. They're not Skull Woods, Swamp Palace.
Mm-hmm.
Wrong SW. Or wrong S dungeon. I'm good with words if you can't tell. Oh no! ChopsDizel is heading to Dark Room and Quake.
Ooh,
in the treasure chest game.
That's a 2 out of 3.
ChopsDizel's gonna kick themselves when they realize where they need to go. The Sea House has just a blue rupee. I'm 100% positive this is a key. Yep. That would look really bad if that wasn't a key. Not the greatest of throw from SirBeaterOfArse. And just a piece of heart. And it looks like ChopsDizel is heading to Agahnim.
Oh no.
That is unfortunate. It looks like we're going to have a South Dark World check.
It appears that ChopsDizel has completely forgotten about that darkroom chest.
Which is understandable, but when they first introduced dark rooms, that was the first dark room I learned. For this reason. If I had access to Eastern, I wanted to do as much as I could in one through to avoid this situation. And just a bomb upgrade in the digging game. Excuse me. The ChopsDizel taking care of the ball and chain guys pretty easily. And Woodboy has just 10 arrows. Use the fire rod. Yeah, that would be a good strategy to use. A good strategy to employ, but they're probably just trying to figure out how to get farther, because I don't know what's going to be on the pyramid, but it might not be the most beneficial for what they're looking for. Now, will Hype Cave be hype is the question.
I want to say yes, but there's been so many times where I've seen it go from Hype Cave to Cave of Disappointment. But it looks like it's the Cave of Love today.
Yeah, it's not the worst Hype Cave ever. Bomb upgrades and a lot of love. I mean, it could be a lot worse. ChopsDizel making the way through Ag Tower. Relatively okay. Taking a little bit of a beating, but still in decent shape, especially with that blue potion. Uh-oh.
Down to a whole heart.
Taking a bit of abuse in that room. They're underutilizing the spin attack. Okay, the pyramid check. Hopefully it will benefit ChopsDizel. Just a bomb upgrade.
Aga 1 is actually not required.
Yes. That actually might benefit ChopsDizel. They might think that might remind them the dark room. Now they've broken out the fire rod. Which is what they might have been. What happened, Chop forgot the dark room in Eastern Palace, and that had the hammer. It looks like we will have a catfish check now. Agahnim doing the magical hibbity-jibbity. And Catfish. We gave Catfish a skull. Let's see what Catfish hands to us.
Oh, the mirror.
That's actually interesting.
It's a very fair trade.
I wouldn't be upset about that. Getting some love from the priest this time. Alright, blue balls being sent ChopsDizel's way again. That's 2 at least.
3.
3, ow. This is not a friendly Aga 1 fight. Now I think we'll see SirBeaterOfArse do Skullwoods and Thieves Town. Finally, a light ball. I think that's what, 2? 3 at most?
I think 2.
This is just the greatest Aga fight ever. Just the RNG is so friendly. There's 3. It looks like we will be going to Thieves Town first. Which is not a bad play, considering Thieves Town has more items than Skullwoods.
And it is a crystal.
They're both crystals.
Oh.
Swamp Palace was the...
Oh, Swamp Palace was the pendant.
Yes. And down goes Agahnim.
Do you think we'll see Vanilla Titans mitts?
It's possible. Now, I wonder if ChopsDizel will put 2 and 2 together and realize they didn't redo the Eastern Palace Darkroom.
I think ChopsDizel is going to check Pod, but they're going to be pleasantly they're going to be unpleasant with the surprise they get, unless Pod actually has something really good.
But they'll have to double dip in Pod now because they need the hammer to beat Pod.
Oh, they do.
And the flute in I think that's the vanilla big key chest in Thieves Town, which is it's a good thing SirBeaterOfArse went on the Dark World tour early, because now after they do this, they can just mirror real quick right where they're at and free the swag duck. The monkey is opening up Dark Palace for our good friend ChopsDizel. It would be unfortunate if this dungeon is bow locked. It is not. Because I don't know what ChopsDizel would do if ChopsDizel was bow locked. All right. Few chests coming up. Usually keys, especially in Dark. A lot of keys in Dark Palace, so we'll be seeing a few keys.
I believe it is very key heavy at the beginning to prevent soft locking.
Yes. Was that the magic powder?
Yes, it was.
And not a bad move here from ChopsDizel. Going to the darkroom side of Dark Palace. Because it is very chest heavy. And nice use of the magic powder by SirBeaterOfArse. There's the key that ChopsDizel was looking for. Now, I don't recall seeing the compass or the map. I could be wrong.
In Pod or in Thieves Town?
Thieves Town.
I don't recall seeing it.
Arrow capacity upgrade. Well, there was at least one found. Because SirBeaterOfArse is checking.
The
The compass
has been found.
Okay. And the map in there. Wow. Back-to-back maps.
So that means Blind has an item.
I wonder if Blind will have the Titan's mitts. I wonder what. Maybe we should see what Blind has. Nice first phase of Blind for there. And unless I'm mistaken, I think SirBeaterOfArse still has the blue potion, but with red mail, Blind is not that difficult.
It is not.
Especially with 8 hearts in red mail.
Ooh, and you were
Titan's
right.
mitts. Well, you called Titan's mitts in Thieves Town.
Well, you called him at Blind.
Only after it was the only item it could be. Or at the only location it could be. But that is nice, because now that unlocks... We could see a sequence break and go to Ice Palace where they feel risky and thinking Fat Fairy has something. And heading to Skull Woods.
Also, with Blind having Titan's mitts, Desert Palace is now open.
It is.
However, they might not dip into Desert Palace because it's dependent.
Which, that's right. Now, whether or not I see, that's a thing. Would they? That might be something that they would check when they go to Mire, if they still need something. Early Big Key's nice.
They might actually save it as a last resort.
Yes. I think ChopsDizel is completely lost now.
That is quite unfortunate.
And there is no need to check this chest, considering it's guaranteed to be a small key, and they had a small key. Oh, they headed back to the Dark World. Okay. 50 rupees. Now, ChopsDizel is going to get the mirror. Which is... good and bad at the same time. It's good to have the mirror, but that's going to completely send ChopsDizel away from Eastern Palace, and we know that's where the item is that's going to unlock everything.
Yeah.
And just a small key in the big chest. Tried to cut a corner there, and it didn't work out too good. He found Titan's mitts. Now, we know one item in here was 50 rupees. I don't think there was a second item yet.
I don't believe so.
Salve Samaria would be a good find now. Oh, that's right. Was there anything of substance in Palace of Darkness?
I think just keys.
Yeah, I think that there was not too much found in. I think that was a Death Warp. Good job avoiding the Wall Master. Yeah. ChopsDizel is lost.
It's quite unfortunate.
It is very unfortunate. Well, there was the 10 bomb upgrade.
Appears that ChopsDizel's taking some time and thinking about their options.
I think they know they missed something, and they're trying to figure out what they missed.
It looks like they're going to dip into Hera.
Which is not a bad play since they don't know what they forgot, but
it's a quick dungeon to do.
Yes, and we got a Mothula fight coming up. And I believe SirBeaterOfArse still has the blue potion.
I believe you are correct.
Which will be very handy. But also having the red mail will make most of these early bosses relatively simple. And down goes Mothula. Mothula has the map, so I think that means the mirror chest, as I call it, because you mirror from Mothula back there. Yeah, that's the thing. He can't even get access to West Death Mountain right now. Or East Death Mountain. I wonder, what do you think is in this chest? Because I think we know it's an item.
I'm hoping for either boots or flippers.
I was going to say, I think it's the boots. Just a hunch.
Ooh, just 50 rupees, though.
Fortunate, we had to go to basement in Hera. What? Okay, now we're gonna set free the swag duck.
So, chat, if you have those swag duck emotes, get them ready.
Wait, there's swag duck emotes?
There are swag duck emotes, but I can't recall who has them.
Very interesting idea here from SirBeaterOfArse. Okay. Okay, I know what they did. It's easier to get out of the forest in the light world and then move back to the dark world and then bring it with you when you free swag duck. Okay, I get it. FFZ has the swag duck emotes. Okay. Thank you for that. Please, Chop, go to the Dark Palace or Eastern Palace. I think that's where he's heading.
I really hope so.
Yes, finally.
Oh, thank goodness.
I can't wait till I don't want to see the frustration, but we know the frustration's coming.
I foresee many sword slashes.
Okay, we got a Breadsmith check coming. Vanilla Temper Sword would be interesting.
It would. Not only will we have the blacksmith check, but we will have the hammer cave and
Probably purple chest.
Purple Chest and Batman.
Oh, that's right. The powder has been acquired. I forgot. And in the peg chest is... Or the peg... Ooh, the single arrow. Definitely a required item. ChopsDizel making his way through Eastern Palace. Breadsmiths reunited.
₹50.
That's not a bad deal. Give 10 rubies, get 50 in return. But not a very sustainable business model if you're a breadsmith.
Mm-mm.
I wonder what Magic Bat has. Runners could use some love, I'm not gonna lie.
Tempered Sword?
Oh, that is very, very good, because Master Sword, not fun when you have to go throughout the entire game with Master Sword. Now we will have a purple chest acquisition. Are they going to take the purple chest on tour, or are they going to... They're going to take it on tour. Okay, here comes the hammer acquisition on ChopsDizel's side. And hammer. Here comes the sword slashes and a spin attack just to round it all off. Oh, that's right. The mirror. I forgot south of the Haunted Grove.
It's a whole lot of love.
Sailor Dre just brought up that the bat possessed the breadsmith and made the tempered sword.
Very interesting.
Yeah, ChopsDizel has to be feeling elated and frustrated at the same time. Now, it'll be interesting to see where SirBeaterOfArse heads from here, as we have a hype cave check over on ChopsDizel's side. This is where we might see a desert area check. Yep.
And we'll also have a ledge check too.
Yes, they might. This might actually be a desert check in general, because not much is open.
I did not get to see that medallion, did you?
I did not. Did anyone in chat catch it? You got just 20 rupees?
And the
And
cape.
cape.
Not a necessary item, but a nice security blanket.
Oh, for sure. It looks like we're going to have a checkerboard cave check, too. It looks like it was Bombos for Meyer. And there's the flippers.
Flippers. Do you think SirBeaterOfArse will go back and get that half magic, though?
With only one... That might be something they do at the end, if they only have one bottle. But if they're able to get multiple bottles, they might just hold off on the half magic. Especially with Tempered Sword now. And Civil Arrow was found early. Just a quarter heart on the ledge. Not a bad move checking desert at all. Now, having the flippers, I wonder if the play is Ice Palace.
I wonder if we'll find hookshot in desert.
Okay, key on the torch. That's the word I'm looking for. It was Bombos confirmed. Thank you, weird man. And the compass in that chest is not very reassuring. Looks like we're going to have a desert cave check as ChopsDizel. Okay, thank you, Slim Kirby, for fighting through that. Thank you. Good job. It looks like the tracker's all caught up now.
While we're in this little limbo period, I would like to thank the runners for letting us commentate for us. And Zelnus for the restream, and Slim Kirby for the tracking. You guys were awesome, and we greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, be sure to give both these runners a follow. I wonder where... I think okay, going up to Death Mountain and doing Desert or Old Man and probably Tower of Hera, as ChopsDizel is now making the Thieves Town check. Wow, I'm good at English. Okay. As we know, this is not going to amount to much for really either runner early. Like, what'll help is soon ChopsDizel will find the flute. But as we know, there wasn't much substance in Tower of Hera, which is where it looks like SirBeaterOfArse is checking.
Mm-hmm.
ChopsDizel acquiring the flute. Finding out there is nothing good inside Spectacle Rock. But it'll be interesting to see if... Oh, we're going to have a Spike Cave check.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
What I was thinking was that it will be interesting to see if SirBeaterOfArse actually checks.
Just 10 arrows.
That's not what you want to see. It'll be see if SirBeaterOfArse checks Tower of Hera or just bypasses and head to East Side Death Mountain. It's no big deal. I'm lucky I can spell my own name. O-Z-I... Ozipone. Well, I think that's how you pronounce that name. Because as we know, Hera didn't have anything of note, I don't think.
I believe we only saw the compass and possibly Big Key in the basement, but I can't quite remember.
Me neither, but... And no one has been able to get to the East Side Death Mountain yet, so that'll be the first for something. Seeing it's a pendant and going in just to check. I mean, it's not a bad play. It's a short dungeon, as you said earlier. Okay, piece of heart. And as we know that the small chest has the little key because basement is required.
Ooh, but not going to check basement.
I think when they saw basement was required, they decided, nah, not today. And now we will see the east side check.
What do you think will be on Floating Island?
I'm going to go with Buttersword.
Ooh, the bow.
Oh, that might be important.
That is very important. However, with bow being there, that means boots are probably going to be soon.
Yeah. Boots or hookshot. And Diesel's going to collect the Titan's Mitts any second now. Just as to defeat Blind. And Spiral Cave has just 20 rupees. Makes sense. Don't want to get Troll Dorm. That's a good reason to skip.
Let's see what Paradox Cave beholds.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because there's 7 items here, and there's still a few key items that we're missing. Titan's Mitts acquired, 100 rupees, and another heart container. Diesel's probably real happy to get that first crystal out of the way. Piece of heart, 20 rupees. Piece of heart, arrow capacity upgrade, and another arrow capacity upgrade.
Not super great. It looks like they're going to line up that bomb jump pretty well.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, I know what they're checking. My guess is they're going to check to see what is required for Turtle Rock, and then head to get the bow. And as Swad Duck is set free. And Turtle Rock needs Quake. So it looks like we have both medallions needed to get into Mire and Turtle Rock, which is always great to see.
I'm sure once both of the runners see both items, they'll both be relieved that they don't have to search for another medallion.
Definitely. Oh, SirBeaterOfArse. It's a small thing, but skipping that magic refill.
Oh, I'm a total doofus. I don't know why I said you would need boots for Floating Island.
You were probably thinking of the first chest in
That's
Hookshot
probably
Cave.
it.
It's right there easily. Yeah, that's actually a good question. Why? It might be the magic thing.
I'm thinking it is the magic thing.
Interesting. Do we see a... Okay, flute.
It looks like they're going to head straight to Eastern Palace.
Good, good, good. That's the best I...
Maybe not.
See, doing this, they can now open up Dark Palace and either do Dark Palace, mirror out, and complete Eastern, or complete Eastern first, and then do Dark Palace after they beat Eastern.
Definitely a good idea.
Definitely saves a lot of time. And considering you don't really need much magic for Dark Palace. They'll probably do Dark Palace first. And ChopsDizel acquires the Tempered Sword. And considering SirBeaterOfArse has the Mirror acquired, it looks like they're doing Eastern Palace first. Which
Probably
is not a
because
bad play.
They probably cleared. Well, they pretty much cleared almost all of it, with the exception of the boss.
The north side, yeah. Either play would make sense.
And having silver arrows, the Armos Knights will be a breeze to take out.
I love facing Armos Knights with silver arrows. Silver arrows in general are basically amazing.
They make Armos easy, they make Vitreous easy, they make Helmosaur King easy.
They make Ganon easier.
Yeah, they definitely make Ganon easier.
If you can line up the shot, it makes the easy wipeout of the Swamp Palace boss.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like SirBeaterOfArse is having a little trouble with the Cyclops dudes. Purple Chest going on the Dark World tour. Always a nice little journey to take your Purple Chest friends on. Take him to see Woodboy and acquire 10 arrows as a prize. I always imagine that room right there that SirBeaterOfArse was in is what a ball return looks like in a bowling alley.
Oh my goodness.
And we're going to have the Armos fight now. I think it was just love from the Locksmith and the map, but more importantly, the third crystal is acquired. And now we will see Dark Palace. So I don't think they found much of anything. I don't think they might have. I think the compass and the map might have been found by ChopsDizel when they did Dark Palace, but I don't think too many items were found.
I don't believe so. I think because they didn't have the hammer, they only went so far.
They didn't have the bow either, so they couldn't do the east side of the dungeon.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
And it looks like SirBeaterOfArse will be collecting the flippers here in a second.
And while Mirror is required to access Checkerboard Cave, having it just makes it so much easier because of that block deletion glitch.
Oh, definitely. Just 20 rupees. I think that was the only item we saw when ChopsDizel did this dungeon. I could be wrong.
I believe you are correct.
Because they did not find the big chest, or the big key, so they couldn't unlock the big chest. So that means Helmosaur King has an item. Either the big chest or one of the chests on this side has an item. Because I don't remember if ChopsDizel had an extra key leaving Eastern or Dark Palace or not. It's a good job by SirBeaterOfArse avoiding all the damaging things.
Oh, the big key.
So that means the big key has an item. I think. It depends on how the keys line up.
The map and compass haven't been found yet, have they?
No, I think they were in the Dark Maze room. In both chests, actually, I think.
It looks like SirBeaterOfArse is going to say... Oh, no bomb jump, actually.
Nope, that's a handy little thing that opens up that room for you without you having to stop. We're heading into the second dark room area as 20 more rupees for ChopsDizel. So all the small keys have been found. Like I said, if I remember correctly, I think the Dark Maze room had both the compass and the map in it. But I could be mistaken. I remember the chest in the south of the room had the map. Okay, so no, compass had not been found yet.
So compass is either at the Helmsar King or in the big chest.
Correct. I hope this is the hook shot. That'd be so nice.
Ooh. Fortunately, nothing of value in Palace of Darkness.
Nothing except that crystal. Now, our runners do have a couple choices after this point. They can go to Ice Palace, or they can go to Mire. Oh wait, they can't do Mire at all. I lied.
Oh, they don't have the cane.
They don't. Not only do they have the cane, they don't have the hook shot or the boots to get across that first ledge.
Ooh, that is true. So it looks like Ice Palace will be the play.
Because I don't think there's too many Overworld locations that they have missed. And as ChopsDizel's gonna uncheck the Turtle Rock Cave, or the Turtle Rock Medallion. Now, they have the magic. The question is, will they unlock it?
It looks like they will.
Ice Palace can open up Pyramid Fairy. Guarantee you Pyramid Fairy has something.
I mean, something good is coming soon. So everyone,
Swamp Palace can actually be a play too.
Yeah, that a dip into Swamp Palace could be.
ChopsDizel is going to get the bow in a minute. Should be a relatively quick Helmsar fight, considering the items equipped. And ChopsDizel now has the bow in possession. And down goes Helmsar.
Interestingly enough, no silver arrows were used.
Well, I think if you get a spin attack off with the Butter Sword or Tempered Sword, it's only a few swipes after the spin attack. And now it looks like ChopsDizel's going to head to Eastern Palace and Dark Palace. Now, where's the play? You go into Swamp, you go into... Interesting. Oh, you can still check behind the graveyard.
Oh, that is
That's
true.
not a bad play. And Bumper Cave. Not a bad play at all. What do you think Bumper Cave will have in store for us?
Ooh. As a runner, I want to have it. I want it to have a good item, but as a viewer, I was actually going to suggest a quarter heart.
That's not... I was going to say some rupees. Like a rupee amount that makes you think about going to get it. Not... Now, I'm sure our runners like to see, like, Boots or Hookshot or Samaria behind the graveyard.
I'm thinking Boots will be back here.
I'm going to say it's Ice Rod.
Put that thought of Turtle Rock in the back of their head.
Not even the thought, it's just something that you need, but... Oh, and just 20 rupees. Let's say it's an item you need, but not an item you want to necessarily see right that second. What's the play? It looks like we're heading to Ice Palace. Which is not a bad play, because I think you can actually do everything even if you don't have the hook shot. And it's a crystal dungeon that unlocks Fat Fairy. So probably the smarter play over going to Swamp.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I actually don't think hookshot is required for this this dungeon.
I don't think it is, but you obviously you can't do it in the traditional way. I think you have to backtrack in that room with the motion sensing spike thing for the ice skating room to go downstairs. Hookshot is kind of required. It all depends on key placement. Thank you for that, Slim Kirby. Now, one key early actually probably helps a lot. Alright, looks like we'll have Helmusar King go down in a few minutes. Nice job taking care of the skeletons.
And it looks like we're going to see a nice bomb jump.
This, in my personal opinion, is the most important bomb jump to learn.
I see many big runners get asked a lot, hey, how can I get better at doing the randomizers? And almost every single one of them suggests learning this bomb jump.
It saves something, what, like 5 minutes?
It saves a lot of time. Ooh, we
Oh,
have
nice duck fight.
flawless.
Yeah, here's the play. There's the play. To skip the hookshot stuff. Here's the Silver Arrow Helmassar fight.
And there we go.
One shot taken care of. The map, definitely not what you want to see, but Fire Shield.
Now, I don't know if you noticed, but ChopsDizel actually got a Fire Shield a while ago. So when they take a trip into Ice Palace, they're going to get the Riot Shield.
I didn't see where they picked that up.
It was...
There's the big key.
Gosh, I'm trying to remember. I think it was somewhere on Death Mountain.
I'm trying to think of where Death Mountain... Was that an item in Tower of Hera?
Oh, that might be right, actually.
Another full heart. I don't think there's actually any more items to check in Ice Palace now. Ice Palace didn't yield much, but I'm trying to think of what could be in Fat Fairy to help the runners. Probably Samaria in the boots.
Hookshot.
Well, I think based on the logic, hookshot is required. Correct me if I'm wrong, just for logic purposes, chat. But I think hookshot is required based on the logic, so it won't be in Tower of Hera. Or not in the Tower of Hera. Where'd I get Tower of Hera? Be in Fat Fairy. So, But I think we will see a Fat Fairy check here any moment. Okay, it says, based on the logic, Kane was required for Cold Stare. Doing a full Hera check now?
That appears to be the play.
Which we know won't yield too much, but outside of maybe a Mirror Shield. It looks like ChopsDizel is going to do the half magic. A progression item in Pendant Swamp.
Ooh.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Big key in Ice Palace, I believe, was right above the big chest.
No, it was on the yes. It was on the right side of the dungeon. Where the room with the spikes, I think that's where it was.
Oh.
We're having another Ice Palace check. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a Swamp Palace check soon. No other way around it. Well, that's an unfortunate fall.
Thankfully, it's not very far, though.
Yeah, it's not the worst place to fall. I'm trying to think if... You know, thinking about it, Kane could be at the pedestal.
Do you think it'll be a blind pedestal pull?
It could be. If I'm thinking about the logic right, Kane could be at the pedestal.
And there's the Riot Shield.
That's so, yeah, but it was Tower of Hera with the first... Yeah, Chop will make up ground. I think SirBeaterOfArse is having the same thoughts I am. Having both items already, Kane and Ice Rock could be either or could be at the pedestal.
Ooh, barely missing though.
Hey, good job not falling though. And down goes Trolldorm.
However, one thing to take into account, we can't go to pedestal until we complete Desert Palace, which is boot locked.
Correct. Now they're going to go to Swamp first, or are they going to check the Fat Fairy, then head to Swamp?
It looks like Pyramid Fairy is going to be checked.
Which I think is the right play here. Because the hook shot, like I said, they still need the hook shot and they still need the boots. To make the possible pedestal requiredness confirmed. All but confirmed, I should say. Yeah, I think it was this room right here that ChopsDizel's in that had the that chest right there had the big key in it. In Ice Palace. Now here's
Guido.
Yes.
Oh, what were you saying?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you want to know some trivia on the Big Bomb?
What is that?
It is amphibious.
Really?
It is.
Interesting. But I was going to say is now what's going to benefit ChopsDizel now that if Fat Fairy is required, even though SirBeaterOfArse is getting the items already, by doing Agahnim, he gets the shortcut.
Ooh.
And just love. You know what would be the ultimate troll, I think?
What would that be?
Hookshot is in Swamp Palace, which leads to Boots in Mire, which leads to Desert being completed, which leads to Kane at Pedestal.
Ooh. That sounds bad.
But it is plausible with the way the seed is setting up.
It is definitely plausible.
going inside the dungeon a little bit too quick. There's a question. What's going to be in... Apparently, Beater's game size changed mid-race.
Interesting.
Okay, not this chest. What's going to be in the next chest in Ice Palace? Or not Ice Palace. Swamp Palace.
At this point, I'm hoping for either Boots, Hookshot, or Kane.
And it is just 20 rupees. We got a cold stare fight going down. Oh, almost had cold stare trapped in that corner and lost it. And this is a good time to use the cape to take out cold stare. And we're now tied on crystals, I believe.
ChopsDizel still needs to take out Mothula.
Oh, wow, I thought ChopsDizel got Mothula. I lied. We're not tied on crystals.
I'm guessing that'll be their next play.
That has to be the next play. Although it wouldn't be bad to check before they do that to do Fat Fairy. Which looks like the play. Okay, I think there has to be something now.
We've only seen 2 red rupees.
Yeah, it's just been red rupees. Either has to be the hook shot or the boots. It has to be hook shot or boots. In the 2 chests on that side of the dungeon. On the west side of the dungeon. No, you know what I don't think anybody has checked yet?
What is
King's
that?
Tomb.
We can't.
Yes, we... Oh, wait, no, there's no boots. I was thinking I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Were you switching up Escape with King's Tomb?
No, I was thinking we didn't have the Titan's mitts for some stupid reason.
Oh.
And not the boots. Never mind. Okay, now ChopsDizel is going to be disappointed by the love coming up. But 2 items here. It'll be interesting to see if... And could open up Turtle Rock as well for something. That could be an interesting...
Ice Rod could be in Turtle Rock. Oh, and the boots!
That now unlocks... Yeah, obviously you gotta check that chest now. They go to the desert first, or they check...
You know, I don't really know.
Meyer. Yep, ChopsDizel definitely heading, as you said, Swamp Palace. Skull Woods. And the big key. Oh, now you gotta check what's in the big chest.
And unless it's the hook shot, that's as far as I'll be able to go.
Yes. And it is just the compass. Now, first thing I would check is go to Sanctuary and check Bonk Cave and King's Tomb.
Those are both two very good places to check. And very easy to forget, too.
See, did I say the play was to check King's Tomb right after they leave Swamp Palace?
I don't remember.
And Bumper Cave, or Bonk Cave, is just 300 rupees. About to be some disappointment with just a big key in the big or small key in the big chest. And King's Tomb has in store for us just the single rupee. Definitely what the runners wanted to see. Now, what's the play? Mire or desert?
I'm going to guess... Well, he has the mirror out, so I'm going to say desert.
I was going to say, I think desert's the play.
All you need to do is go get the small key off the torch, go check big key chest, and that's really it.
Well, the big key still hasn't been acquired yet, so they have to go back to the other side of the dungeon first. If it's the hook shot, that could signify a pedestal seed.
Ooh, an ice rod.
Ice rod.
Gets us one step closer to Turtle Rock.
Only thing they need now for Turtle Rock is the cane.
Mm-hmm.
Which could still be at pedestal. The question is, do you want to see a pedestal seed, chat, or do you want to be merciful on our runners?
Mafia, what do you want to see?
I personally want to see a pedestal seed.
Ooh. Ooh, the butter sword.
Triforce at the pedestal.
I don't think it works like that, unfortunately.
Obviously, you've never done a pedestal seed, an actual pedestal seed. By that I mean in the randomizer race to the pedestal. Now, if the cane is not found here, it looks like we'll have a Mothula fight coming up any second now. Going with the sprint strats for the Wizrobe room. Tempered Sword with Mothula is a great matchup. But it looks like ChopsDizel is having a little bit of issues.
Keeps knocking Mothula into those corners.
I didn't see what was in that chest. Did you catch it?
I did not.
Help us out, chat. What was in that first chest?
I think it was actually a small key.
I don't think it was, because there's only 2 small keys. And I think they were both in that chest. One in that chest and one under that pot.
Oh, it was
Big key. Okay. Which is not what you actually want to see when you're not in go mode. Just a jar. Oh, I have an idea where Hookshot could be.
Where's that?
The first chest in Hookshot Cave.
Ooh. That is something I would not think of. Oh, but the cane.
Okay, we're in, I believe, that's go mode. I don't think you necessarily need the hookshot anymore. You said it's, oh, you do need the hookshot.
I think there's one room in Ganon's tower.
One room, yeah. Troll Dorm 2, that's right.
Oh.
Technically can hover.
Now, Mafia, are you able to hover?
I am not able to hover. Are you able to hover?
I am not able to hover either. I think I tried to hover for about 2.5 hours, and then I said I am never ever doing this again.
Although, Butter Sword and Solar Arrows, Vitreous might not be a challenge. This is officially not a pedestal seed. You are correct. It's, okay, it's go mode for like 5 people. Any of those 5 people present? Now, it looks like Swamp Palace is the check for ChopsDizel. Hookshot will turn up in Turtle Rock. Probably. Good job avoiding the fire and the anti-fairy there.
Yeah, Hookshot could be in Ganon's tower.
Relatively easy Vitreous fight. Oh, looks like we're having an island check. I don't think ChopsDizel ever checked it. Yeah, it's just
a heart.
Okay. Okay, that's evil. A hookshot at Dig or Witch with the fetch quest item just before Troll Dorm 2. That is an evil, evil, evil thing. Okay, not a bad play heading this way. At least I don't think it is. Trying to figure out... Tile room, mushroom to shovel to hookshot.
Oh, that just sounds. Ugh.
You all are evil, evil, evil people. Okay, that sounds like the worst weekly ever, and I'm so glad I wasn't a part of it. My prediction can still ring true that the hookshot is in the first chest in Hookshot Cave.
We haven't had a actual hookshot cave check, but it looks like that's where we're going.
Which is not a bad move. Because the only reason we came in here was for the bow.
Mm-hmm.
And we will find out, and it is just 20 rupees. So that means hookshot is either in... Well, hookshot can still be in a few places, because there's still fetch quest items out there.
For the sake of the runners, though, I'm hoping it's in Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock or an easy spot in Ganon's Tower. One of the two. Okay, we're checking behind the graveyard for ChopsDizel just to find 20 rupees.
And the big key.
Early big key.
Perhaps
notice how you
hookshot. What were you saying?
I say, notice how you always find early big key in dungeons. You want to find it early in go mode, but you find it when you're not in go mode.
Oh. Hookshot could be on Laser Bridge, though.
That could be it.
Which, if that's the case, then those mirror shields will pay off very nicely.
Nice work of the fire rod there. It could be the ultimate troll and be right here, in this room, when you wish you had the hook shot. Which it will not be, because it has to be a small key, like I said, I believe. So, see, just mirror out.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do that.
But we got the Swamp Palace check now, so ChopsDizel will have their set of boots soon. It might not be faster to mirror, but it might have been safer because of the lack of magic, is all I was saying. Well, true, they have the... I forgot they were all maxed out on all the protections. True, true. Hookshot could also be a Mimic Cave, now that I think about it.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Now, Mimic Cave I find interesting. Do you consider that to be part of Turtle Rock?
Yes, because the only way to get to that is in Turtle Rock.
I've talked with people who say, no, it's not part of Turtle Rock, and people who say it is part of Turtle Rock.
Like I said, I considered it because there's no other way, at least without glitching to my knowledge, to get to Mimic Cave without going through Turtle Rock.
I mean, it does make sense.
Another heart container. Interesting to see if SirBeaterOfArse checks Mimic Cave. Because if you forget Mimic Cave, that's a pain to get back to. Oh, and missed the first bomb. Okay, we're gonna get a Mimic Cave check. Nice work manipulating the mimics. And what does Mimic Cave have? Mimic Cave
the
has
hook shot.
the hook shot. I'm leaving a couple presents for the chest. Now we are in go mode.
Ooh,
There's the
literacy.
book. I would say go and check the medallion spot, but there's nothing our runners really need anymore. The correct play was to go to TR and full clear GT if needed, then check pendants. Yeah, eye bridge is still required because they need that extra small key. And it looks like ChopsDizel's about to check and get their boots.
Ooh, and they picked the right side.
Seven are chest key and dungeon items. Yep. All right. There is the... Oh, wow. All the dungeon items are on the laser bridge. And the very last.
Oh no.
Not the worst fall ever.
Still inconvenient.
True, but... And it looks like ChopsDizel made the same move that SirBeaterOfArse did and decided to check all the items they could looking for that hook shot. But now we have a Butter Sword Trinex fight coming along, which should be relatively easy.
Oh, and it looks like he'll get the ice head before...
And down goes the ice head.
Yeah, it's good to get that head out of the way because, you know, ice physics are not fun to deal with.
No. No, I don't think there's ever a game that... Oh, nice! Trinex!
Not even around the corner, and he's out.
And the bug net, the all-important bug net. And now we're checking Bonk Chest and King's Tomb before the Play 2 Misery Mire. Over on ChopsDizel's side. But we are headed to Ganon's Tower. There are 22 locations for where the big key can be.
Pick a number between 1 and 22, and we might give you a prize. If you are correct.
I'm going to go with chest 12.
I'm going to go with chest 16. Actually, no. Scratch that. I'm going to go with chest 2.
We got a tile room guess. Rando room, bottom right. Seven. Sig Kid has forever earned bombs. Okay. Spinning fireball room. Got a small key and
Oh,
another small key.
incorrect.
We're going to have a desert check coming too. Just bombs on the torch. SirBeaterOfArse did a real good job on the whack-a-mole game. We got 300 rupees. The all-important bottle with a bee in it.
Quarter heart. And another small key.
Okay. So that's a 7 now?
2, 3. Yes.
All right. ChopsDizel's picking up his or her fire rod. Or not fire rod, ice rod. All right, got the fireball room. I think someone predicted the fireball room. That's item number 8 and 9. Spinning fireball room. I got chest. 10.
Ooh, was that number 12?
I think that was 12.
So whoever guessed 12, none of you, you win a prize.
What do I win?
Absolutely nothing.
I'll take it. 11? This was 11. I thought it was 12.
Speaking of prizes, Mafia, do you know what the prize for winning the secondary tournament is?
Don't you get your name in the game too? As an Easter egg?
You get your name placed in the Houlihan's room.
That's where it gets placed.
And do you know what the top 4?
Don't they get automatic entry into the next tournament?
They do.
That sounds like a prize everybody wants to have. But now it looks like we are headed to Trinex, or Turtle Rock now over on ChopsDizel's side. The Ben Houlihan room. Yes, exactly. Nice use of the fire rod and the gauntlet so far. ChopsDizel making the play on the first first chest in Hookshot Cave. We'll be thoroughly disappointed.
And they're out of there.
Excellent use of the fire rod.
Now, SirBeaterOfArse opting to turn the anti-fairy into, or not an anti-fairy, but the, I forget what it's called.
Magic bunny magic bunny beam, as I call it.
Magic bunny into a fairy, which actually changes Lamola 2's pattern.
Interesting. I never knew that. You learn something new every day. Oh, we have a spike cave check. One's going to be thoroughly disappointed. Nice work in the invisible platform, Wizrow room. Oh, wow. Oh! Wow. ChopsDizel didn't do Meyer.
Yeah. But it looks like that's where they're headed right now.
Hopefully. And we're just a few short rooms away from everyone's favorite room, Troll Dorm 2. As Bombos gets set off to unlock Misery Mire. Oh, and missed the,
Oh, it looks like he's gonna miss again. Ooh. There we go.
Oh. Got it. Yes. It was about time. And down goes Troll Dorm. And what is Invalidation Chest?
5 bombs, or plus 5 bombs.
And now, everyone's favorite room, the rotating conveyor belt ice room. But made nice work of it. How friendly will this RNG be is the question. Because as we remember from ChopsDizel's fight, Agahnim 1's fight, RNG, was not the greatest ever.
So he's with 2 blue balls so far.
But got the double on that one. One more hit and Ag will fall. Or 2 more. I thought they got 4. I was at that point. I can't math either, apparently. But down goes Agahnim, and here comes Ganon. Butter Sword, Silver Arrows. Should be a relatively quick fight.
SirBeaterOfArse easily getting through Ganon. Missed the fire torch glitch though. Ooh, but getting the double. And down Ganon goes. And we have SirBeaterOfArse finishing in first place with a time of 2:00:37. GG. ChopsDizel making easy work of Vitreous with those silver arrows. I mean, they really, really make the fight such a breeze.
Sorry about that. My mic turned off for some odd reason.
Oh, well, that was quite inconvenient.
I was talking and nothing was happening.
Oh.
Okay, not a bad move going to get some health and some potions. Not a bad move at all. As I was saying earlier, we know where everything is. The question is, will ChopsDizel take the correct route or not?
Ooh.
So as we know, the correct move is to go to Mimic Cave. That holds the secret to this seed. I think Diesel already opened up Turtle Rock, so we don't have to worry about that.
No, we did not.
It was a piece of heart at the pedestal.
Ooh.
That would have been a bummer for a blind pull.
Ooh.
True. It was impossible to blind pull this seed. I think I was more saying that as if you blind pull and it's a piece of heart, it's unfortunate. Okay, so that they should be heading up now, I believe. Yep. Is that actually quicker to do it that way?
I don't know.
ChopsDizel going for the safety strats instead of the cape strats.
We are now joined by SirBeaterOfArse. How are you feeling, sir?
Mildly relieved. That hookshot was giving me anxiety.
How are you feeling, sir? We were all nervous about where the location of hookshot would be. We actually thought it would either hookshot, boots, or Kane would be on pedestal.
Yeah, I was really expecting to see Boots in Swamp, and then something like Hookshot in Deserts, and then having to go to Pedestal from there for Ice Rod. I was really expecting something like that.
Yeah, this was a... this seed had its trolly moments.
Yeah, it was more like troll anxiety, though. It kind of told you where to go every time. It's just where it wanted you to go is not where you really wanted to go.
I can tell you, I don't know if you can see this, but ChopsDizel's in Turtle Rock right now.
Yeah.
What happened was they went to Eastern Palace early, didn't have the lantern, and completely forgot about the dark room.
The big key room for the hammer. Ooh.
That's what really set you guys apart.
Yeah,
And
this would have been really close.
yeah, if you recall, Mirror was at Catfish, and I believe that was one of the next items they got after fighting Agahnim.
And that sent them on a wild goose chase to nowhere.
Yeah, just wouldn't have thought to check back in Eastern for a while at that point. Ooh, well, I'm very glad I found that hammer then. I was thinking about doing the Aga gamble myself, but whew.
It was the move. I don't even think it was a Aga gamble. I think they just forgot.
Do you have the lamp yet?
No.
They did not have the lamp.
When
Might have been a case of not wanting to logic break.
Did you know? You might be right. Did you fake flipper?
I did to get the hobo, and then I also did the moon pearl trick to get the rest of the stuff up there, and thought about going back for half magic a couple times after I got the flippers.
So the sequence break thing might have been a play, because I don't think there was a fake flipper attempt on ChopsDizel's end.
I mean, that makes sense. It seems to be like certain players don't like to do the logic break and like to go where the seed's telling them, and sometimes that really works out better than the going on a wild goose chase, but then others it not so much.
Now here's the decider. Okay.
So they will get that hook shot.
That seems to be in this tournament quite a few times the last seed here, people going towards Ganon's tower with no hook shot and really having some panicky moments.
Which is understandable. Hook shot. I actually forgot you needed the hook shot. For some dumb reason that you need the hook shot to get across with the validation chest.
Yeah, I've done that before, and then got to Moldorm 2 and fell off a few times, and then realized that I forgot that I need the hook shot.
Picking up the reading material is ChopsDizel.
Now, if you played this seed again, what would you do differently?
I mean, I don't really know that there was too much I would have done differently routing-wise. I mean, my execution, I felt like around the hour mark, around the second time I went back into Eastern and Dark World, or into Palace of Darkness, my execution just started to slip away. But routing wise, I think I pretty much went where it told me to go. I wouldn't have really changed too much, I don't think.
Ex-keeper with actually the best answer ever. Go directly where the items were. Don't go where they weren't.
Well, fair enough.
Oh, now someone asks, why did you not recheck Hera?
No, he did recheck Hera.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I went back in before I went to do
not.
Mire.
I'm sorry. They said not recheck Hera. I clearly can't read.
Sorry, what was the question then?
They were just making a comment to
I
my
think they
initial
were saying you would
question.
not recheck Hera
Yeah.
that second time.
Oh, well, I mean, knowing what I knew, yeah, but it's quick enough to clear out, even with having to get back up there, that I'd rather do that than have Kane not be vanilla, and then have to, exit out of Mire, then go look for it, then come back.
Although I think going back to Hera helps you because you need to do the light bridge, or the laser bridge, and
Yeah, that really didn't hurt. I made it a lot easier. I'm kind of okay with laser skipping, and I had a blue pot, so I could have caped it or whatever, but the mirror shield made it a lot easier, not even have to think about it.
yeah, that mirror. It'll be interesting to see if they can match your Trinex fight.
Yeah, butter makes that smooth.
Let me see. Okay, yep, we understand now. Well, apparently they don't know that the head is the vulnerable point for the first, 2 seconds it is, I think?
Yeah, I
Second
think
and a
that's-
half? Say that again? Sorry, I was... But down goes Trinex. And ChopsDizel will now be heading to Ganon's tower. Hopefully they can make it quick work like you did. That was a very good Ganon's tower there, SirBeater.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've been practicing. I've noticed in this tournament that I was losing some time, so I've been trying to work on certain rooms. I finally got my hands on the practice ROM for NMG, so that really helps. If anybody's out there that wants an easy way to practice, go find that practice ROM.
If you want it, message me and I'll send it to you. Someone sent it to me during the tournament, and I will gladly share it with anyone who needs it.
I believe it is also available on the ALTTP Randomizer Discord, not the tournament Discord, but just the regular randomizer.
All right. You're now in Ganon's tower. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this seed was quite nice with the safety items though. Early red mail, the riot shield. I mean, silvers, butter. It's pretty much everything you could possibly want. It gave you reasonably early.
Oh yeah, it was a relatively generous seed with that stuff, and ended up being a very loving seed too.
Yeah, it started off a little slow with that, but it picked it up.
Now, let me see if they're going to do Dark Magician strats or do complete right side or to complete left side like you did.
Does anybody ever run the percentages on that? What is actually the right way to do this? Besides go to where the key is?
I don't know.
Well, mathematically, the right play would be to do rights or the left side just because there's more chests accessible, but...
Yeah, I was definitely
Right there.
thinking about making the right side gamble once I got the 2 keys in the first 2 chests.
Oh, and they fell. Fastest way. It says exactly the fastest way is to 2 on right. It's exactly the same chance for every chest now. Okay. Okay, let's see. What's the play? Just placing a bomb down. Left side had a higher chance in before version 24. Okay. Getting ever closer to that big key to send this into its final stages. Yeah, how about collecting all the bombs almost when you didn't have the upgrade, so you maxed out relatively quick?
Yeah, I always like to have a pretty healthy number there because you don't know what you're going to get, and sometimes it takes a couple if you have to go in with bomb strats on Mini Moldorm Cave. But then it was so plentiful there, I was kind of mad I wasted my time in the windowless hut, but it's only a few seconds and it works out. It's better to have too many than not enough.
Obviously. And big key is acquired. We are now entering the upper floors of Ganon's tower. Oh, getting stuck on the spikes. That is never fun.
This is the way I try to do this room, and it's just there's always something that screws it up. It's better sometimes, I think, just to take the damage way to go across them.
Yeah, and then that's when that becomes a problem. It's one of those, like, whatever way you choose for that one is the wrong one.
Yeah, definitely.
But do you have any more races to race, or are you done with the group stage?
I've got one more, I believe, on
Sunday at 7:30.
Well, there you go. I was going to say, I was just looking to see what time it was, yes.
Awesome. Well, before we forget, good luck in that race.
Thank you very much.
You're now about to enter the gauntlet. We are one room away from that, I believe. Choosing not to go with the safety room, but with magic powder and a full magic bar, that is actually a really smart play. Yeah, I would say you had a really nice gauntlet with your fire rod strats.
Yeah, I got that full magic drop in the next room, and it really helped out. I didn't have to worry about it, because these skellies just really troll the heck out of me if I don't fire rod them. That's a nice shot with the silver arrow there. That's tough to do on those.
Whoever thought about putting conveyor belts and ice in the same room needs to have a stern talking to.
Probably the same guy that came up with Dead Rocks.
Clearly they are not a fan of the players enjoying themselves. Now might be a time to collect a berry from the bunny magic. Looks like this could be...
I chose to do that hoping that I could get the same time pattern from the Lamolus there and just get one spin attack off, because I've seen that done once and it looked sweet, but that ended up working very terribly for me.
You still had a good land mole.
It wasn't too bad. I got trolled a little bit by one of the fireballs and then the lag, but I've been really screwing up the silver arrow strats lately, so I wanted to give something else a try. That's a room I definitely need to practice.
Yeah, the silver arrow strats for that are fairly difficult.
Yeah, I heard recently that there's an audio cue that works for that, but the timing I always seem to mess up.
I've actually not heard that.
Yeah, that's the first time I heard that.
I heard somebody on commentary mention that in one of the races I was watching sometime this week.
Interesting. A 3 cycle or 4 cycle? Okay. But I also like to thank the nice person who put a full magic refill in that prior room. That was nice of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, now this room gave you some trouble.
Yeah, I haven't messed that up since the third time I did Ganon's Tower when I was learning NMG, but today for some reason I just couldn't get the bomb in the right spot.
It's also giving ChopsDizel some troubles.
Wow, it's this room's greatest day. I hope ChopsDizel goes in for the extra. Magic. Good move. Alright, Troll Dorm 2 is about to begin. And down goes Troll Dorm 2. Not a bad Troll Dorm at all.
You can never complain when you don't get knocked off.
No, not at all.
At least this one isn't too punishing.
They are leaving some nice presents for the validation chest.
And just leaving bombs everywhere. And nice through the conveyor ice room. Oh, I can tell you this now. The RNG for Agahnim 1 was not fun at all.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was like, what, 4 or 5 blue balls, maybe even more?
Something like that. At least a 3 cycler, I think.
That makes it even worse when it wasn't required.
I would say you had a nice Agahnim fight. Oh, missing the sword swipe there. Another set of blue balls. That is not fun. And down goes Agahnim.
Are the Aga 1 and Aga 2 RNGs tied together at all?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think so. Can someone in chat confirm or deny that? Trolldorm and you have had several disagreements recently. Yeah, we all go through periods where Trolldorm and us don't get along very well. Yeah, you made quick work of Ganon with that butter sword.
Yeah, I got really nice a pattern on the fire bats and got to 1 cycle both the first 2 phases. Everything worked out kind of perfect for that.
And I believe you also got a couple double silver arrows.
I think you got 1.
Yeah, I think I got 1. I screwed up the torch glitch, and that ended up helping me on the 2nd cycle because I got him in the middle of the room.
Yeah, the torch glitch doesn't matter as much when you have silvers.
Nah, it's just one less thing to worry about if Ganon warps down to the bottom and you can't shoot across or something, so I like to do it, but it's not that big a deal.
It's one of those where it's almost... If you have to do silverless strats, you miss the torch glitch, it's almost a better strat to fall down and start over. Especially with Butter Sword. We might see a double here.
do get the double.
It's always good to try to get him trapped on the torch. Because that almost ensures a double if you get him stuck on the torch. And down goes Ganon.
Nice fight.
Let's see what ChopsDizel's time is.
Yep. ChopsDizel will finish with an official SRL time of 2:26:12.
Let's see if we can pull ChopsDizel in. And
That's what I
pull
was
an
going to say. Let's see
interview.
if we can get ChopsDizel in here. I'm sure ChopsDizel is happy to see that his quest is over. Okay, well, we'll try to get ChopsDizel here in a couple of minutes, but that was a good race overall. It was. I actually want to see the time ChopsDizel lost searching for that hammer, because I have a feeling this would have been a very close race. ChopsDizel got that hammer
Yeah, for sure. I don't think there could have been too much time difference.
because he actually went into Eastern Palace before you did.
Yeah, I think I checked everything but Agahnim's cave at that point.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Where was the lamp at?
Escape?
Escape under the graveyard.
Ah, okay. So I got it so early I couldn't even remember.
As soon as I saw the lantern and the fire rod early, yep, we can guarantee that Desert Palace is not required. But GG, and it looks like ChopsDizel will be joining us here in a few seconds as he gets someone can get him pulled in here. Yeah, just someone needs to get him pulled in, and we'll be all set.
Oh,
I think
We're
ChopsDizel realized he had his background music.
we are joined by ChopsDizel, though.
ChopsDizel, GG.
Oh, hold on a second.
So, my first question.
All right, I can hear you.
I would say GG.
All right, thanks.
My first question.
All right.
How did you feel when you finally found that hammer?
I felt I for sure was gonna lose. Yeah, like my stomach was just so upset. I'm like, it's not good. 40 minutes into a race, knowing you're gonna lose. I mean, it being in the last possible spot. Right before I went to Sahasrahla, I thought about going and checking under Sanctuary, and I'm like, I'm over here already. Let's just go for it. And then I could have darkroomed it. I mean, I know how to do the darkroom in Eastern, but I just thought I would lose some time. Something happens, I get kind of lost, then I'd get frustrated, then I'd save and quit out of there anyway. So, yeah, it was my huge mistake. One huge mistake.
Yeah, that was the deciding point.
Oh,
Because, like you said, you thought about going to Sanctuary before you went to Sarashaha.
yeah.
That's what SirBeaterOfArse did. Went to Sanctuary and did under the graveyard first and had the lantern.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I was checking the SRL and seeing he wasn't finished. I'm just like, oh man, what's going on? And all of a sudden, I thought it might have been a pedestal seed, and I'm just like, oh crap, I don't want this to go on any longer.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
really
no.
worried about having to make a blind pedestal pull there when I was searching for either the boots or ice rod or the cane. Those are my last three.
Yeah, as soon as I found the cane in Meyer, I'm just like, go mode, and I just went, and then I'm like, oh crap, I don't have hookshot yet, and I don't know how to hover, so.
Yeah, chat, I think, came to the conclusion that 5 people know how to hover. So, like, it would have been 5 people go mode at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
But-
about it.
But overall, I mean, outside of that hammer, you had a very good run.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I got the hammer, I felt like my second half went really well.
Yeah, you had a
Like-
really nice GT.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's nice when you're super geared.
Yeah, you got buffed up pretty quick in this seed.
Yeah, yeah. It was like our 5th chest was like the Master Sword or something like that.
Like that, and then you had up to red mail relatively quick, and you even got tempered pretty quick after that, too. It was just
Yeah.
the Butter Sword was the last one. It took a while to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. Well, any other questions?
That's all I have. Do you have anything, Little Games?
No, I'm good. Thank you for letting us commentate over it, and thank you to our restreamer and our
Yeah.
tracker.
Be sure to give our good rate runners a follow. They did an amazing job, and they both deserve a follow.
And follow our tracker, our restreamer, and our 2 commentators as well. They all do a really good job.
And that's it. I'm just going to plug that there is a match in 30 minutes against In the Name of DT and Mr. Barry Bonds on Speed Gaming 1.
That should be a good one.
Yeah, that should be a great race.
So if
Yeah.
you're not tired or you just want more rando tonight, be sure to check them out.
All right. That is all we have for you guys. I am Mafia Guido,
I am Little Gabes.
and thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Have a nice evening, everyone.